1.4, it said here, to what extent do urban areas in low-income countries or newly emerging economies provide social and economic opportunities to people? It was a 6-mark question. On the whole, you're very good at distinguishing what was an economic opportunity and what is a social opportunity. So you were able to distinguish the difference between the two. You're also very good at being able to tell me naming some and naming the opportunities with benefits. And you was able to say, here's a social one, here's an economic one, which provided a bit of balance. What I would say is please use an example. Okay, the example we did was Lagos in Nigeria was a case study. It's Nigeria's in the NEE, so that was, I didn't see that in many answers. When you say an opportunity like employment, tell me how and tell me why those would be positive. Actually, that's the wrong word here. Why those would be positive. Okay, so how would employment opportunities in Lagos be better? Why would it provide economic opportunity to people? Does that make sense? And also make sure you talk about both. Some people got half marks just because they told me about either economic or social. Make sure you answer the question, basically. Okay. Question 1.5, again, straightforward. It was a grid of references. So if you got that wrong, make sure you revise your grid of references. Okay, the urban rural fringe. You'll notice here that black dot was basically the fringe itself, and it's basically the divide between rural and countryside and urban, the city. So you had to find a box in which it was black dots. Question 1.6, it said here to discuss the effects of urban sprawl on people and the environment. Once again, you're really good at distinguishing the difference between people and the environment as the social and environmental impacts. You're also very good at telling me the negative impacts. However, it didn't have to be just negative. It could also have been positive impacts. So to get 6 marks, it would have been nice to see a bit of balance there, positive impacts and economic and negative impacts. Again, when you give me an impact, for example, destruction of habitats, tell me why, tell me how it matters. And please use the figure. It says use figure 3. So if you don't use figure 3, there's no way you can get 5 or 6 marks. Okay, you have to say in figure 3, I see. And you have to use a case study. In this case, you had Dundee in the picture, in the map, or London or Bristol, which we studied in class. Okay, so make sure you're using an example, use the figure, and just explain in more depth your positive or negative impacts of urban sprawl.